Okay, guys, we are live, and we are welcome to another episode of Perverted Cooking with the World's Sexiest Pervert. That would be me, Romer Migto, aka Romer So Pervy, aka Romer45, aka the pervert with a heart of gold. So, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be making some nice sirloin steak. As you can see, everything's already been marinated, which I did actually 24 hours ago. And the reason I did that was because all the herbs, spices, and seasonings that I put in can seep well with the meat and enhance the flavor. So just for those who weren't there to see it yesterday, we got some parsley, onions, garlic, and we also got some paprika, salt, and pepper, seasoned well. And this is what we're going to be doing to make the steak. And in addition, we're going to be pan frying it. I should also add that I've already put in some olive oil to mix in well with the marinade. While here, we're going to be adding in some butter, so that way we can increase the taste. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some Kerrygold butter. Why? Because I feel like it. Okay. Hey, Cement Shoes. Glad you're here. So happy you could join us. Hello, Ross. Feels like forever. Yummy indeed. Margot, what happened to my hello sexy comment? I'll try again. Hello sexy, and hello to you too, Miss Sexy MILF. So, all right, we're just going to turn the oven on right here. And what I'm going to do is I am going to take a tablespoon worth of butter. My comments keep disappearing. That's weird. Don't really know what's going on there, but I'll see what I can do to fix it. All right, so hey Fanta, how you doing? So glad you can come by on this live erotic live stream. So here we go. We got our butter here. I have a confession to make, guys. All that that butter that Tugs rubs on his sexy toast. It looks like I was the one who had all that butter all along. He was stealing it from me and taking it for himself. What kind of a way is that to teach his kids to never take things that don't belong to him? Yeah, whatever. I'll let it slide because he's helped me out before. Tug's a good guy, isn't he? Because everyone loves that umbrella guy. He knows how to make us laugh, make us cry in tears, and also how to entertain us with his adorable daughters, Lug and Bug. And then, of course, a little bit of no, not the poor little horrified butter. I know. Look, he's got a blank expression from all the rubbing that's been going on. Not to worry. He doesn't know. Don't tell him. You got it? Excellent. All right, so here we go. I'm going to actually put it in here. And we'll turn that on. Oven's on here. And I'm using a gaslight oven here, so we're going to turn it on. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn it on the minimum setting because this butter is going to melt very, very quickly. He owes you commissions on his sexy toast t-shirts. That's what I keep telling him, but he never replies to my inbox. I don't know what's wrong with him. Okay, don't give me that crap of, oh, I've got 140,000 subscribers, and I've got to focus on all of them, except the one who's giving you most of the profit. Shame on you. Well, him and Gelf too. Yes, that's right. Gelf likes to donate too. Only because I force him to. No, actually, let's see. I watched the marinade video. These should be delicious. I cook my steak in a dry pan, but everyone's different. We call an oven a cooker. Well, yeah, too bad this cooker is broken, so that's why I have to use the pan fry. Actually, for quite a while, I've been making steaks pan fried. I guess I've just gotten used to it. All right, so we're just going to let this melt. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. Yeah, that's true. I also made the lyrics for that song. So of course he's not going to credit me. That's why it doesn't sound the same because he had to distort it so that way he could get past the copyright and the licensing conflicts. He sure knows how to go. He sure knows how to bypass everything. All right, so there we go. Nice and melted. All right, so once we let it melt all the way, still a little bit left, that's when we're going to sear the meat on. So we're actually going to be doing this for a total of 8 to 10 minutes, which means it's going to be on average 4 to 5 minutes on each side. And before I forget, always important to turn the fan on. We're putting the fan on for Fanta. That's right. And I also made the smart move of closing my doors this time because the last time I made the meat, the lamb chops, everything was all the windows were opened and like it literally became a smoke screen everywhere. You'd think they were doing like a Counter-Strike training program. Not to worry. So we've got that going. All right. So tell me, guys, how's your day been so far? I want to hear what you guys are talking about. Okay, we got that smell going, very good. So now we're going to put the steak in, and before I forget, see, this is what I want. Got to get these tongs. This is how I'm going to be flipping the meat, just how I flip birds at Gilf. That's how I'm going to be flipping my meat, not with one finger, but with two fingers. I wish I knew how to cook. Before last year, I was all about going to restaurants. I'm in filet mignon withdrawal. Haven't had one since before last year's Super Bowl. Sorry to hear that, man. But hopefully my video can give you a little bit of motivation and inspiration. Okay, so here we go. We've got the steak right here. We're going to be doing one at a time because then it's going to be very crowded. And away we go. Voila. So that's all nice and pan fried. And we are going to put it on for 10 minutes. Voila. Now, one important thing that I like about this, like with doing the pan fry, is that when the liquids seep off, you could actually do, that's right, two-finger death punch. Well, let's say it's definitely more friendlier than a Glasgow kiss. So here's what I'm going to do. I am actually going to take a spoonful of the burnt sugar and put it on top of the steak. That's called basting. Basting is actually a great way to cook underneath the steak whenever it's too thick. There we go. Butter's nice and caramelized. I'm just going to seep this through. And I'm going to keep basting and basting so that way it can cook everything on the inside. This is probably a common problem that occurs whenever you feel like you've cooked everything on the outside, but then the inside is nice and raw, mainly because you didn't baste properly. There we go. So far it's been 2 minutes, so we're going to flip it. We're going to flip the steak in about 3 minutes times. When I first heard Glasgow kiss, I thought it was something dirty. Well, it could definitely lead to something dirty if you end up all bloody and infected. So definitely want to keep your eye on that. Oh, nice. Nice and caramelized. Very good. I'm going to turn it down a bit so that it doesn't burn all the way. Very good. I just got back from the walking trail and all I have is cereal. Dang you, Romer. Hey, come on, Fanta. It's not my fault you wanted to be seduced by my exotic meat. All you had to do was not show up. But that's impossible because you always show up. Because that's the kind of person you are. Everyone, please subscribe to Fanta if you can. She is a very underrated abstract artist. She does a lot of drawings on YouTube, a lot of them on live streams as well. And gives us the idea of what to expect, what she draws, and then what we think she's drawing. So that way we could see things in many different perspectives. Okay, so we're just going to keep basting and basting. Let's just turn the steak around. There we go. Voila. Oh, yeah. Let it go. Hey, come on, Fanta. No need to thank me. I'm always happy to do it. Okay, so let's see where we are. Okay, looks like we're getting close to 4 minutes. So now it's time for us to take the 2 fingers of death, as Cement likes to call it. And we're just going to flip it over. Oh, you can already see some of the blood coming out, so that's good. Nice and soft. All right, nice and easy. Okay, voila. Come on, voila. Excellent. Ooh, look at that sear. Look at that beautiful sear, guys. Okay, that is beautiful. Look at that. Thing is, like, it's not too burnt and it's not too raw. Just like that, that's the way it's supposed to be. You got some of the garlic already caramelized. And speaking of caramelized, okay, I did a headbutt once in a fight. I was pinned and about to take one for the team. I dove my forehead into his. It felt like I had put my head through a pane of glass, but he was off. Ooh, man. Damn. Well, I don't know whether I should be congratulating you or wincing in pain, but why not? I'll just do both because I feel like it. All right, so there we go. Oh, nice and caramelized. Voila. That's the key thing. Just baste and baste and baste, because that's how you get that nice caramelization on top. And look at the onions, man. Look at how well they're browning. That's how you want. That's what you want. That's how you make a proper steak. Mmm. Now, there's something I wanted to ask you guys. I've got some, what do you call it? I have some Worcester sauce here. That's right, I pronounced it correctly, Worcester. So I want to do a poll. So put 1 if you think I should put some Worcester sauce, or put 2 if I should leave it out. And even though it may look like it's too late for this one, we might as well do it for the next one. So that way we can compare and do a little taste test to see whether it tastes better with or without. So what do you guys think? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Just be careful with the pan while using a steel spoon. Oh, absolutely. That's why I put it to the minimum setting. That's why I'm putting it at a low simmer. If it was burning hot, then I'd be concerned. So that's why I decided to simmer it down. You know, so that way I could cook everything like very evenly, so that okay. I don't like Worcester sauce. It's up to you. Very well. Okay, Ross doesn't like it either. Very well. Excellent. Okay, very good. Okay, so it looks like only 2 people have voted so far, so looks like we're not going to put in the Worcester sauce. That's okay. There's plenty of other sauces to fill your mouths with, so it's all good. Yeah, Fanta's going with the 2, so looks like it's overall 2. Very well. All right, no worries. Cement, well done for standing up for yourself. Yeah, absolutely. He started it, I finished it. Yeah, good for you, man. Like, you know, you always got to be able to stand up for yourself, even if you look like the villain afterwards, because then that way you got your dignity intact. I remember once when I was in the 9th grade, like, you know, I was being bullied nonstop. Some guy just kept pushing a chair. I told him to stop it like 3 times. Probably not the best thing to do, but I ended up spitting in his face, kind of like Between the Sharks and the Jets and West Side Story, the movie version with Natalie Wood. But after that, he My son put it on his cheese toast. Okay, interesting. You know what? Maybe I'll try that out. I'll put some Worcester sauce on my cheese toast. Okay, looks like we got another minute for this one, and then we're gonna move it on to the next one. Well, yeah. Even though like I ended up getting suspended for a week, I will say that it did feel good to stand up for myself. Even though it cost me in the short run, you feel like a better person in the long run. All right, there we go. Probably going to turn it up a little bit, just a little bit, so I can get a little more of the sear on this. Okay, yeah, that's the timer going off, but I don't know. I think this looks pretty good, guys. Let me just check the other side. Oops, come on. Yeah, other side is still a little bit light. So you know what? I'm going to leave it in for like, another 2 more minutes. So that way the other side can be burnt very, well, not burnt, but fried very quickly. Just going to keep basting it, like so. That's what I love about basting. The more you baste, the better it cooks inside, the juicier the steak is. Because if you're wasting all of these juices, then the steak becomes very dry. That's why you got to be careful not to marinate your steak too much, because then once you fry it, then all the juices go away. Crispy fat is delicious. Absolutely. Yes, I agree. The fat is the best part of the steak. It's actually the most important part of the steak, because if your fat is very chewy, then you've already failed to captivate the steak for the majority of people, because everyone likes going for the fat. And contrary to popular belief, fat is, I don't start fights, but if someone outright put their hands on me, I have to act. Neither the laws of man or God mandate you should stand there and get beaten. I don't do fat, yuck. Actually, the thing with fat is, fat itself is not the problem. The problem is when you have to deal with processed fat, or empty carbohydrates. Because everyone needs a bit of fat in their system to help with, insulation, all that other stuff. Okay, there we go. Very good. I'd say that's pretty good for a steak, for one steak. So I'm going to take that out. Move that. Ooh, look at that. That is beautiful. All right, move it over. Voila. Oh yeah. Okay. All right, so that's steak number 1. We're about to put in the second steak now. All right, let's move it over. Yep, we still got a bit of juice flowing in there, so that's good. You know what I'm going to do? After I make my second steak, I'm actually going to start putting in some wrenches into the chat, so that way we can start moderating soon. Okay. It's good. Second steak is in. Put it in for another 10 minutes. Increase the heat a bit. Yeah, some people can't do fat, which is understandable, but the key thing with making good fat in a steak is, it's all about cooking it properly. Because, you can't just flip it over on one side and flip it over on the other. You got to be able to, balance all portions out equally. Okay. Still a bit of that there. Voila. Most of the garlic is seared out a bit, so I'm just going to take some of that out. Oh, that's an onion. Never mind. I think it's the consistency. Exactly. The consistency is definitely important. That's why I'm doing the basting as well, because, different steaks are going to have different consistencies. And, universal rule with making steaks is always making sure everything is done on the same level, which is easier. Yeah, texture too. Texture that comes with a marinade, and how long you leave it out before you start cooking it. Some people do it for too long, others do it too quickly, and some of them fry them too long, fry them very high, and then it ends up ruining everything. Alright, so looks like we are going to do this for a few more minutes on this side. We'll just move it over. Now, I think steak is probably my favorite meat to make because I've always been a fan of eating proper steak ever since I was like, a teenager. The problem with I actually used to hate steak because of the way cooked from room temperature. My son prefers a rare steak, so it's much quicker. That's fair. Well, I mean, right now it's kind of room temperature. Yeah, but I usually prefer my steaks, between rare and medium rare because, I really love that juice. The juice really enhances the flavor. It just like makes it texture. My parents don't believe in eating any kind of steak unless it's a well done steak because in their home country, all the steaks they ever ate were well done. And there's a saying that goes like, whenever you eat a well done steak, that's actually a sign that you're a very dirty, lazy, sleazy person. And Eastern Europeans, unfortunately, are very dirty, very lazy. We have honor, but that's only when it's like it's really necessary. Otherwise, we're very lazy people, and we're very cheap. As for me, though, I like medium rare, which makes me a bit of an aristocrat. So very classy, very eloquent, very proper, despite my perversion. But that's only because I care. Thank you, Romer. I'm probably going to disappoint you guys, but I prefer well done, and then you say that. Oh, come on, Fanta, you're not sleazy. You just need to try you just need to try medium rare steak. Or you could just do medium or medium well. All right, let's flip her over. All right, come on. Come on. Careful, careful. Oh, excellent. Okay, this one's a little burnt, not to worry, not to worry. I'll just like remove some of the flecks of, and then I'm just gonna turn it down a bit, very good. Not too bad. I wish I could reach through the screen and grab some steak. Oh my God, Ross, you prefer well done? You disappoint me. We need to get your husband here and teach and make sure that we discipline you properly, you silly goof. Oh my God, everyone eats well done? What is wrong with you people? Ugh. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, I probably left this on probably put the heating on a little too long, but that's not to worry. I'll just remove some of the specks of the important thing is that you can remove the specks off easily. Margot, Ross, my girls. Oh my God. Actually, you all belong to me, so he prefers, well, oh my God. You people are hopeless. You just don't like that bloody juice in there. Mm-mm-mm. Oh my God. Well, at least Tug likes it rare, so that's good. Because he's a bloody good chef. On the other hand, I absolutely love burnt hamburgers when you make them out on the grill and then they get the grist charcoal outside. I think there's a fad for that, like charcoal food, and then there's also charcoal ice cream. The problem with that, I think it's too much of a normie trend, so I'm actually not too big of a fan of that. All right, let's just get some basting going on. Romer's angels, angels with horns. Oh yes, the horns of horniness. It's how they communicate their desires to all the bad guys out there. It's powers of seduction. Margot's definitely an expert in seduction. Aren't you, Margot? There we go. Just seep it through like that. Let's get that going. Pretty good. Hells yeah. I had this Cajun blackened chicken dish at a pub before it was divine. Oh, man. I haven't had Cajun food in a while. I think the last time I had like Cajun was like when I went to a steakhouse. It was a Brazilian steakhouse in Chicago. It's called Brasilia. Sorry, not Brasilia, Brasas. That's my day job. I can't tell you my night job. Oh boy. Margot, keeping secrets from us is a crime. I thought we were supposed to be a loving community. You can't be doing naughty things by yourself, unless it's without my permission anyways. You have to be able to do it with me because, aka Daddy Roamer, or Master Roamer to some, knows best. Okay. Margot, are you Superman? I don't know. Is she? Does she have X-ray vision? Is she able to listen to everything that we're saying? Probably. I need consent. Exactly. That's right. That's why you have to. That's why you sign a consent form before you becoming one of my erotic pleasurers. Okay. Looks like we're getting close. I'm gonna flip it over just to see how the other side is doing. Oh, that is sexy. That is sexy. Look at that. Look at that sexy steak. All right. Okay, so I think this is good. I think we're pretty good. The only problem is I may have seared it a little too much on when I flipped it over the first time, but I should be able to cut that out with a few things. Charlie's probably looking at this going, "Oh, Romer, you little donut. You've kept it home for too long." All right, no worries. So we're just going to take that, flip it over, and voila. Okay, very good. I needed the giggle, Romer. Thank you. Not the cooking, the talk. Well, the cooking isn't supposed to make you giggle. But, I mean, if it is, then we're going to have a problem here. Okay. So that's all done. And I'm just going to turn it off. There was this chain that was my favorite for years, Key West Cafe. All food was Cajun Caribbean, and they had this pineapple cheesecake, so good. Sheesh, Fanta, you can't spill the secrets about Margaret. I know. You can't, man. Besides, only I can know those secrets. How else would I be able to know how you function? All right, so there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to move this here. All right, so this is what the steaks look like. I need you guys to give me what cut of steak is that, Rover? I believe they call it it's an Irish sirloin steak. So on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being delicious and 1 being as bad as Gelth, how would you rate this? And I want you to be honest. Like, I don't want you to give me like a 10 just because you love me. I want to hear real honesty here, because honesty is the best policy. Okay, cement, that looks like a 6 out of 10. So that doesn't count. Sorry. As much as I wanted to. I'm actually going to have one of these steaks today, and then I'm going to have to save the other one for tomorrow because I have a 12-hour shift I need to work, and then I have another 12-hour shift on Tuesday, another 12-hour shift on Thursday, I'm giving it a 9 only because I can't reach through the screen and can't get any. Okay, well, I appreciate that, Samantha. Thank you. That's actually the highest I've ever gotten. Lamb chops were about an 8, and then my patties were about a 6. Irish beef is delicious. I would give you an 8.5. Okay, maybe a 9. The test is in the taste. That is true. So once I hear everyone's ratings, I'm going to show you what it looks like on the inside, and then we can do another rating. See how that goes. Scottish beef is also delicious. Oh yeah, I've had haggis before. 9 today, dear. Oh, everyone's giving a 9. Wow. Oh. Okay, you guys are being extra generous. I like that today. Looks like I've done something to make you happy. Actually, I do that all the time. All right, so let's put this over. All right, so we got the fork. Aberdeen Angus steak. All right, so here we go. Time for the taste test. Actually, we're going to do the cutting test. Yeah. I will say, though, I would definitely rate this at least probably an 8.5 myself because definitely screwed up a little bit with the chars here, but they're easy to get rid of, so it's not that bad. And then the juiciness is there, crispiness with not too much rawness. Now let's try the cut. All right, I'm going to have to put it like this. Nope, that's not going to work. Come on. There we go. Whew. All right. Come on. Is that who said that? Not for us who like well done. All right, let's get that. So we got fork here, and then steak here. Screw it. Come on. Sorry, I got to leave you in the dark a bit. Wow, looks like I did it well done. I spent too much time. No worries. I mean, it's still pretty good. Let's try the taste now. Mm. 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 Oh, that's very good. Very crispy. A lot of char in it. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Oh yeah, the fat is definitely delicious. Once you get the fat, then everything else becomes trivial. So looks like it was. Looks like today was a success. So looks good. Well done, Ross. Oh my God, you just had to do another pun, didn't you? Well, by your moaning, it must be very good. Well, I'm going to do another test. I'm going to do another bite into it, so that way I can tell you that I wasn't faking it. Okay, so there we go. We got another one. I took a bite off there. Mm-hmm. Mm. Not bad. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Well, I'm just glad that I basted it properly. So everything is looking nice and juicy. Okay, then. You know what I'm going to do right now? Before I go, I'm going to wrench a few people that I trust with my heart, 100%. So I'm just going to switch it over to YouTube, to the YouTube section. Okay. So cook sexual fantasies and delicious meat. Yeah, before I was just using StreamYards, but now I really need to make it a habit to try to to sort of multitask on my phone. Oh, here we go. Perfect. So we got 5 people watching. Okay. Oh, wait, I have to go to YouTube. Sorry. Okay, guys, I hope you can still hear me. In case you can't, I'm here. So no, I'm right here, Fanta. So I decided to switch to the YouTube app on my phone, so that way I could add you and Ross as my moderators. So both of you orgasmic gals should have a wrench right next to you. So that's good. And then next time Gelf comes in, I'm going to give him a wrench. Yep, we can hear you again. Exactly. So so I put in a wrench for you, so everything's in, and I'll leave it up to you girls to make sure that everyone behaves properly. We got to give you the proper whip and the dominatrix uniform and the proper electrostimulative devices in the reproductive parts for any needs necessary. Yeah, no problem, Ross. Happy to do so. Just hope, Gelf can get in here so I can do the same for him. Otherwise, yeah, I'm probably going to end it soon. I'm just probably going to end it at the 40-minute mark. So you know what? I'm glad that you guys enjoyed the steak. What I'm thinking of doing is probably, I'm not sure whether I should do like a very early morning in my time, a stream on how to make the probably like mince some meat so that way I can make some tacos. Because what did they say? If they don't talk dirty enough, they get a timeout. I agree, Margot. If actually if anyone is very objectifying of like most of the profanity, or like not the profanity but my perversions, then first we give them a warning, and then if they say that we're being inappropriate, we kick them out. He's asleep now, so he can get it next time. Very good. Sounds good. So I think worst case scenario is I'll probably end up doing a stream on Wednesday because that's the next day that I have off, and then I can mince some of the meat so that way I can make my tacos, and I can just show you what toppings I put on there, and then I was gonna show you like what I do with the mashed potatoes, but now I'm sort of like in a bit of a pickle here. For those who don't know, this is how I make my mashed potatoes. So I take the potatoes, like I don't peel any of the skin off because I find the skin to be very tasty. So I boil them for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then after I finish boiling them, well, first, of course, you have to cut them in quarters. Like that's something I learned the hard way. Always cut the potatoes in quarters whenever they're big enough, because the bigger they are, the harder it's going to be to boil them, and the harder it's going to be to split them apart and mash them to have them like this. So after I mix that all together, then I put in some milk, sour cream, chives, salt, and mix it all together for about 5 minutes to make sure it's nice and creamy, and then and there you have it. Even though it looks a little chunky now because it was just in the fridge, I'm just going to put some of this in here, make a small salad, and then I will catch you guys later. Thank you all for coming. Enjoy your steak. I'm going to eat my oatmeal and sob in the corner. Or you can come to Ireland and I could feed you my steak, dear. There's always a choice. All right then. Thank you all for coming and take care.